Hey guys, welcome to Kiana Sky Speaks Readings. Welcome to Oracle of the Sky Realms. Thank you for joining my reading. Thank you for coming to my readings. And I so appreciate the support, the likes, and the comments that I get on my readings. If you do like my content, go ahead and subscribe and like, and we can get started with the reading. Okay. So today we're going to be doing a reading from my Oracle deck, my Psychic Tarot Oracle deck that I have always used. I wanted to mention before I get started, I have a new business out. I'm doing where you can book from my website. I'll put my website below. You can book a reading from my website. You can find me on Google as well. And I'll put all the links down below. Just wanted to say that. If you want to book a reading, if you like my readings, I am now open to booking, and I'm open 8 hours. I'm open from 12 p.m. to 8. Okay. That's my 8-hour day. Okay. So Spirit is saying the nervous system needs to be calmed down in my head. I am also going to say whatever comes from Spirit, because besides the cards, I'm getting a lot of messages from my guides today through a lot of ringing in my ears, and I'm finding that the nervous system needs regulated. The nervous system is regulated. Okay, that's why we feel the shift in, why we're on a new timeline. And so, yes. See, new timeline, I feel. Shift, movement, choices, and decisions. Okay, so we have that choice going into those portals. Okay, and it kind of matches the color of my thing. So that's kind of cool. So there's movement, choices, and decisions that we are walking into. This is our energy, is movement, choices, and decisions. This is good. Which timeline do you choose? The good one? All of them can be good. You can choose the good timeline. You can choose the yellow brick road. You can choose the yellow brick road. Regulate the nervous system by choosing the timeline you want to be in. And then just choosing it, and you're there. Okay. Just choosing the same, whatever timeline you choose, just choose it. Make a decision to leave the timeline that doesn't serve you. You're waiting for something, and then emotional loss. So let's see what that energy, the energy of the collective, isn't necessarily emotional loss. Okay. It's more of, I feel that this card means heart healing more than it does emotional loss, because he's healing himself in that picture. Look at that heart. He's healing himself, and it's creating that sacred geometry around his body for his protection. So basically, our energy, yes, we've been feeling emotional loss. Yes, we've been feeling emotional, and we've been kind of detached and a little bit sad, but we're healing ourselves, and we're choosing the timeline where we can be sad for a while, but then we have to remember that we can't let ourselves stew in sadness, stew in depression. We're choosing the right timeline of remembering that we can be sad, like I just said, we can be sad. It's okay not to be okay sometimes because life can get hard. But we have to remember that we have to remember that we are loved, cared for, and that should make us want to be happier because how loved and cared for we are, even if we don't have close, relationships that care for us, those guides and those inside those inner thoughts that are coming from the cosmos. So downloads and uploads. I keep getting the word upload instead of download and wonder if that's what the word is supposed to be. Because if you get downloads, it's being uploaded to your system, not downloaded to your system. I never thought of it that way. So keep standing your ground in truth, all right? So the energy is standing your ground, and because you're standing your ground, it's truth. It's because of truth. That's why you're standing your ground. Like, you're not being mean, you're standing your ground. And it's one thing to tell the truth, but if you tell your truth while you stand your ground, stand the ground that you walk on, firm foundation, it's so much more powerful and so much more fulfilling if you stand your ground in truth than if you stand your ground without a firm foundation. She's hurting, okay? In the collective, there's been emotional loss and heartache and loss, okay? Yeah. And it's been sad. Like, for the past few years, it's been very much for the collective an emotional roller coaster. And I can feel everything right now. I can feel it from the collective. It's like, I feel like this is our energy. It was trying to come back in the past few months. That old, I'm sick of that same old stuff. I'm sick of that same old love. Love. I'm sick of that same old love. Like that. Ooh. I'm sick of that same. I'm gonna play that song real quick because just a little bit of the lyrics. uh, so the lyrics are I'm sick of that same old love. Yeah. It's just saying like same old thing. I'm sick of that same old love. I'm I'm sick of that same old love. That stuff that tears me up. I'm sick of that same old love. My body's had enough. I'm sick of that same old love. Feels like I've blown apart. I'm sick of that same old love, the kind that breaks your heart. I'm not spending any time wasting tonight on you. I know I've heard it all, so don't you try and change your mind because I won't be changing too, Like you don't want to be you don't want to change for somebody else. I'm so sick of that same old love, the love that tears me apart, basically. And too hard to breathe. I'm on my knees. I'm so sick of that same old love. I want new love. Okay. So that's that I'm so sick of that same old love with emotional loss and heartache and loss. We're not going into the future with that. This is just that old energy. So a lot of songs are popping into my head about that topic, and I'm thinking that I'm gonna just start doing like song readings too, offering because these songs they just come in my head and I while I'm reading. So next reading I'll have downloaded channeled songs. Okay, what else do you have for us, Spirit? What do we need to work on? What is the energy that we need to work on for this uh this time right here? We need to work on continuing. I pulled both of these out at the same time. I need we need to work on remembering that this is the phase we're in. We're at triumphant success and victory and success. So there's no room for lack mindset or thinking that we are not good enough or being falling back into that sick same old mindset, you know? So it's just a matter of shifting to this timeline. Choose this timeline because once you choose it, it's there and it won't leave. Once you choose it, it's there and it won't leave. It's not going to leave because one day you had a bad day. It's still there. Moving on. So sick of that same old love. Wah, 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 wow, wah, wah, bye bye, bye bye. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, maybe I'm not sorry, but I'm getting a lot of messages today, and it's a lot. Okay. Fertility and growth. Okay. So I pulled this card a lot, and usually it's when I pull for people that are very creative minded, very creative. And I believe that this card means abundance and creativity, fertility and thought, fertility in mind. It could mean a baby, but I mostly when I pull this card, I don't get that energy. I don't get baby energy. I get heart chakra energy, and I get the heart chakra is expanding to its fullest potential. And if you are expecting, congratulations. I always say that too because when I pull it out, sometimes people be pregnant, but not me. I've never pulled that like specifically for me being pregnant. So, and I just pulled the heart chakra. There's a point to this that uh, we're actively working. I feel that it's like the clothing closing stages for working on the heart chakra for the collective, and we're moving up to heart chakra and crown chakra. Well, heart chakra and throat chakra alignment, and then we'll do third eye and crown. So I'm working on closing out that heart chakra phase to be more open to love and joy and pleasure. Okay. So work on moving to that timeline of victory and success, moving on, remembering that fertility is your abundance and it's growing, and then the heart chakra is glowing. Keep the heart chakra open. keep the chakras aligned, keep the chakras open. Work on the nadis, which is the chakras. Okay. Is the nadis the chakras? Because I didn't know. Nadis. The subtle channels and the subtle astral body through which. Yes. Okay. And then the last thing we need to work on is patience for the next phase. Okay. Some of us are not in the next phase, hence the waiting game and patience that I pulled. So it's like we're in a waiting phase. But when this abundance comes, when it flows, it will. When it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. Oh my gosh, my channelings are so weird. Okay. Yeah, yes. There's the shadow card that's coming out. See, this is the phase we're ending. We're ending that standing in our shadows. We're coming out into the light. We're transitioning from the older timeline to the newer timeline. Okay, so patience for the shadow phase to end, because that is what has to be purged. It's what has to be felt. It's what has to be done. Okay. All right, so what's next for the collective spirit? Okay, two cards fell out. The universe and your intuition are on your side. Look at how similar these cards are. So, what's next for the collective is the universe is by your side. Like the universe wants you to know that what is coming is universal intuitional protection. I just made intuitional up, but universal intuition and protection. So when you go to look in the mirror, you'll see yourself as the universe. So you are the universe and you are having heightened intuition. Yes, I'm getting that. Your intuition is going to guide you through these next 3 months. 3 months. I was going to say few, but three came out of my mouth. So June, July, and August, 2 + 1 is 3. So June, July, July, August, and September, because it's almost over, June, is going to be the most accelerated motion you could ever ask for. So your progress that you did could be like 2 years in the making. And in September, if you keep going in the track that you're going, it could be like you've been in the field for almost 10 years, or the hobby that you've been in for 10 years. So I hope that makes sense. It was just a channel. Okay, what else is coming, Spirit? Oh, okay, so be wary. I don't know why I pulled this card, so I'm channeling. Deception and envy. I do not like to pull this for what's coming. So I like to ask Spirit, what does that mean? Like deception and envy. Okay, so deception and envy will try to come, but the universe and your intuition will stop that. Most likely, it will stop that. And you're fully, heavily protected from deception and envy. But because of this next stage in your life, it might be a lot that is trying to come through mental battles, okay? Mental battles, not physical fights, mental fights, maybe within the family. There's arguments, but but the reason why the arguments are coming is not because of you and your partner or you and your family. Is there's this lower energy that tries to come in all the time to create discord, and that's what happens when each of us go through this. Light workers especially, and those who know that they are from another planet, they are star seeds and things of that nature. I fully believe that that deception and envy came out for just kind of like a warning. It's just keep yourself protected, but the universe and your intuition always protect you. You are protected from that. Okay. There's always deception and envy lurking. But what's coming for the collective after deception and envy is love, okay? And harmony. Love begins, harmony, and even memories of love. Okay? You are loved, you are cared for, deception and envy is gone. Love covers the deception. Harmony covers the deception. Memories of love covers the deception. And what else is coming, Spirit? Oh. In the next phase, choose wisely with what you accept as a job offer. You're going to have a lot of choices of what to pick. Choose wisely. Choose wisely in the job you pick. Choose wisely in the the force you choose. I meant the workforce you choose, or the work environment you choose. Where are you going to work at? Be careful. Okay, choose wisely. Choose the one that aligns. If you get a job offer and it seems sketchy, don't trust it. Just keep going. Stop trusting that. Okay. So what's the point of the reading here? A lot of new things and choices are coming. And deception and envy may come, but remember, we're moving on from that same old stuff, that same old love. We're getting new love. And what is the point of the reading? Patience and planning phase. Okay. I heard patience and planning phase. Patiently plan your way, patiently plan, and everything will fall into place. And when you patiently plan your life in a way that's not stressful, that is how you conquer that waiting game, that waiting phase. You can make it more of a this is my time to shine. This is my time to shine, you know? And right after you plan with patience, that is your time to shine. Okay. And for the collective, that's accelerated motion. Okay. This is the point of the reading here, accelerated motion. Our abundance is going and it's going fast. Okay. Holy moly. This is the point. You're the star that you're looking at from above. That's you. That's your accelerated abundance. It's going to here. So I hope you enjoyed my reading. I hope you resonated with it. If you did, please press subscribe, like my video, share it out. Thanks for having a good day. And thank you and have a good day.